over to the computer and scroll along.
I-24, 24, 27, 32, 31, 32.
Into the sound with all these codes all the way back here and right over here. Now this bridge is really easy to find, and you're just going to want to get up to the bridge that's over by this mountain and just end up crossing over the water, because there's a cave on the other side that we're going to need to enter. Upon exiting the other side of the bridge, you're going to be greeted with a giant cave right in front of you. Now this, she found an easy way to get through this cave that is going to save you a bunch of time. Upon entering this cave, all that you guys want to do is stick to the right side of the rock. You're just going to want to follow the rock that is on the right side of the cave, and you're going to get to where you need to go. We're just going to go through the cave. We're going to dodge all of the thorns, because if you get damaged too much, you actually die and you'll have to redo all of this again. We're going to run through this cave and just keep going through. There's going to be a lot of plants here and stuff like that, but if you're on low graphics, it's actually going to disappear all of them, and you can just avoid looking through all of the grass. But we're just going to keep running with the cave always on the right side. We're going to follow the rocks that are on the right side of the wall, and it's going to get us to the area that we need to go to. Now I saw a bunch of people always getting stuck and lost inside of the caves, taking the wrong paths, but again, just follow the right side of the cave all the way on this right side of the wall. As long as you keep this wall right here and keep following it, going through all of the tunnels that it has on the right side, you're eventually going to get to the spot that you need to, and it's actually a really way to get to where we need to go. I was doing, you'll end up coming to this area where there's kind of like an underwater tube right here, and we just want to go take this middle cave right here. The cave that goes above us goes into this cave anyway, so you cannot take the wrong direction. But what we want to do is keep following on this cave along the right side, and it's eventually going to come to a laboratory area. Upon coming up on this laboratory area, we're going to want to go straight to the left hand side upon coming up to the cave. There is going to be a key card that we need to run up and get on this table, known as the key card level 2. We're actually going to need this to complete the game, but upon getting that key card, you could just run into the room behind you and end up going down the stairs. Now, these stairs are going to take you instantly into another cave, but as long as you're just following this area, it's pretty easy to go. You can only go one right way. Then you are going to be greeted with another staircase, and we're just going to keep going down the stairs until we come across an open room. This is going to have a tool sitting on the shelf known as the Master Bypass Console. We're going to need this because we're going to have to hack a door with it to end up getting into a certain area. Then we're just going to keep heading all the way down the stairs to the bottom of the map so we can come to a room that looks... We're just going to keep heading all the way down the stairs to the bottom of the map so we can come to a room that looks like this. Now, unfortunately, this is a trap, and we're going to have to activate this trap to end up getting to the next part. Now, unfortunately, this is a trap. And we're going to have to activate this trap to end up getting to the next part. So what you want to do is running into this trap area, go into first person, and when the trap ends up activating, you're going to run forward a little bit and look straight up at this vent and keep clicking your mouse. You just want to spam click until this vent actually opens, otherwise the trap is unfortunately going to kill you. But as long as you're just spamming clicking on this event right here, it's going to eventually open and you can jump straight up into the trap and it's not going to kill you. Then we're just going to run through the air vents over here until we get to a drop down area where we're going to see somebody getting murdered by a zombie. Down area where we're going to see somebody getting murdered by a zombie. Down area where we're going to see somebody getting murdered by a zombie. Now, a zombie is going to be spawning over into this area, killing this guy over here. If we take a look to the left of that, we have a door over here that we actually need to end up hacking. If we click onto this door right here, we can end up activating a bypass. Click onto the door over there, it's going to end up enabling a hacking. sequence automatic. I didn't have to do any closing you just to go in a giant room, and upon exiting outside of this room, we are going to go down to that area where we saw that guy outside of this room button to turn off the security. Of course, then we need to re-exit outside of this room, and upon exiting outside of this room, we are going to go down to that area where we saw that guy get killed by the zombie. Now, there is actually a trap that can spawn right here, but it doesn't happen all the time. You could just basically run across. Now, we're going to want to take out our revolver and end up shooting out this window. Upon shooting out our revolver and end up right here. That area where we saw that guy get killed by this room, and to turn off the security. Of course, then we need to re-exit outside of this room.
I can't get out. And upon exiting outside of this room, it can spawn a revolver and end up shooting outside, because we're going to need to pick up a gun, because we're going to have to end up killing some zombies. Now that we are locked and loaded and have some weapons, we can end up exiting this area and go down to this corridor. This corridor is quite long, but we don't have to do much in this situation apart from running down to a room that is over in this corner. Upon going down this corner, you're going to be greeted with a giant room, and a bunch of zombies are about to spawn, so make sure you have your gun pulled out. Now I'm going to run back a little bit and end up shooting with my gun to end up killing these zombies, because I don't want to die. Now it's pretty easy to kill the zombies.
zombies when you have a decent weapon. That's why we use the revolver to end up going into that room. After killing these zombies, we're going to take a right and go straight down this corridor because there is going into that room. After killing these zombies, we're going to take a right and go straight down this corridor because there is a room that we need to enter with our key card. Now we are going to take straight down this corridor because there is a room that we need to enter with our key card. Now, where the challenge gets a bit confusing and a bit hard, but we need to go over to these computers and we're going to have to fill out a little code. Now, in this situation, we only need to do gate 1, which is pretty easy to do because we don't have to do much after that. But basically, we just want to go and spam these numbers over here and we're going to play the audio. On here. Now, each one of these audios is going to have a different light on it, as you guys can see, and we just want to add up the numbers that is on here. So when we play this icon right here, it is going to light up green, then it's going to light up blue, then it's going to light up red. Now, for us, when we go over to here, we know that red is equal to 3, blue is equal to 7, and green is equal to 5. So basically, we're just going to add up the number 5, 7, and 3. The answer, we've opened up gate 1, we can end up exiting out of this room with our key card once again. Then we're just going to run straight back into this open area where we can kill the zombies and go over to gate number 1. And when we go over to gate number 1, we're just going to press this button right here and it's going to open straight up for us. To gate 1, we're going to end up running over to this area listed as A. And we'll when we run through here, there is a chance of a zombie spawning, but it doesn't spawn all of the time. Again, if a zombie spawns, just take out your gun and end up shooting it. But all you want to do is just run through this corridor area over here. There is a tripwire that can trip in this. But all you want to do is spawn all of the time. Again, if a zombie spawns, just take out your gun and end up shooting it. But all you want to do is just run through this corridor area over here. There is a tripwire that can trip in this situation. You can turn it off, but it doesn't really do much this late stage into the game. And you're going to end up eventually coming to a room with a bunch of computers, and we're just going to go into the next room along from this because we don't need to do anything inside of there. We're going to come over to this giant control panel looking area, and we're going to end up hitting the B-Wing button, and it's going to end up opening up the B-Wing so we can enter inside of it. Now we're going to run all the way back the way we came, and we're going to go inside of the B section. Now again, if zombies end up spawning, don't be too panicked about them. Just make sure that and is where we are going to, at this point in time, it's actually pretty easy. So what we want to do is come to this giant portal room, and to our left, there is going to be a computer screen. Now, in this computer screen, we're going to have to go over to this board and type in the code that we got from the Observer 11. We'll order the Observer this room, but now as soon as we go over to...
Oh! We did it, boys. We did it. We should... Oh, no.
How much does your skill affect the way you look at a situation? What's the difference between Immortal and Radiant? Let's see, because I'm going to show 5 different players of 5 different ranks, different Valorant situations, to see what they would do. Here's the first clip. You're on defense, playing Unbind as Astra. There's a Killjoy stuck in the back of it, and she takes out 2 of your teammates before you trade her out.
Yo!
You're now the last player left, and your attention is towards sight until you hear a step from behind. What do you do here?
So we know there's one out there, right? And we don't have time to use our abilities. So, okay, reload.
Reload?
The gun, it has 3 bullets. Oh, no, it doesn't. Why does it say 3 on it?
Somebody kills you up.
For real?
Yeah.
That's really cool. I didn't know that gun did that.
Whip my camera around, turn to see if they push hookah. If not, I would probably back out slightly.
Okay, there's somebody coming up, like, what is that called?
We
Outside
did
hookah,
it.
right? We go for that, we kill them, and then I think the last person